Good morning, children. So let's continue with the next topic. Okay, that is actually vegetative propagation in plants. In the previous class, you learned about the different other asexual reproduction in plants, right? Budding. Then what else? Used learned. They are actually the budding, then spore formation, fragmentation, these such things, right? And here this vegetative propagation. In this actually the vegetative part of the plant, usually the plants produces from the seeds when it produces, then if there is a flowering plant, then only seeds produce. So flowers are the reproductive parts of the plant, right? So there the reproduction occurs. That means the male and the female parent plant involved in that, and then the flower that in that only acquiring, right? Then afterwards that reproduction occurs, and then the new cell form, the zygote form, and then the seeds forming, right? The fruits coming from that flowers only, then afterwards the seeds producing. So they are normally producing, but this in this vegetative propagation means here not involving the reproductive part of the plant. Okay, only the vegetative part of the plant involved. So here when we are saying the vegetative part, like the stem, root, leaf, these structures. Okay, and here the two types of vegetative propagation, that means naturally, okay, natural vegetative propagation and artificial vegetative reproduction propagation. Okay, so that means naturally how it occurs. Mainly in natural propagation, you can say first one, if you are saying, that is tubers. Okay, tubers. Then we can say that rhizome, then combs, then bulb, then what else, runners, and then the leaves. These are, from this way the natural propagation, vegetative propagation occurs. Okay, let's see. First one, the tubers. In tubers how it occurs? Tubers mainly you can see here, these are the fleshy underground stem. Okay, fleshy enlarged long and underground stems only. So these stems, they are growing below the ground. Okay, and then they store the food in it. For example, we can say potato. Okay, in potato, this is potato. Potato, you can see the this kind of propagation. How it is? See, if we are keeping the potato for some times, what happens from the corners? You can see from in between there, you can see some growth coming out. Okay, greenish growth coming from this. That portion we call it as, this is the eye of the potato. What it is? Eye of the potato, and that only producing the buds. Okay. Then if we wanted to propagate, what we have to do? Cut this portion. If this portion means, simply cut only this portion from the potato, and then insert there in the soil, moist soil. That means there should be water. Okay, then moist soil, if you are inserting this portion, then leave it for some days. Then afterwards you can see the new plant arises from there. Okay, so this way in one potato, so many eyes you can see. See, so many buds are there. So these all are the buds. They are called the eye of the potato. Okay, from this so many potatoes can grow. Okay, understood this one, tubers, this only. And the next one is the rhizome. In rhizome, see what happens. Here, actually the I am explaining here. Okay, rhizome, they are also the underground stem only. Okay, but they grow horizontally and there in that scales produces, okay, scales, and then from the apical buds, then the tip itself, new plant arises. How it will be seen? This is what actually by seeing itself you may understood this one, right? What it may be. These are the scales. What is it actually? This, it is actually the ginger. Okay, ginger. These are the scales, and it is the bud. And here you can see from this only this portion arises. This way, that means they are horizontally growing. Okay, these are scales, underground stem, and from this buds there itself you can see the new that means leaves also produces. Okay, the new one produce, then roots also it produces here and there. Okay, so this is what it is, ginger. In this is the rhizome. Okay, this kinds of propagation is known as rhizome. That means it is also underground stem only. It grows horizontally and it produces the buds as well as the roots. Then each portion, if you cut this portion and grow separately, then from that the new plant again arises. Okay, understood? That is the rhizome. Then the third one, if you are saying, that is the combs. Okay, combs here, they are also underground stem only, but you can see fleshy stem portion only. Okay, grows like this, and from this only actually the roots, small roots occurs, and then from here the shoot portion also occurs. Shoot arises from this. Okay, and here from the side itself, laterally from here itself again the new growth develop, and again separate roots comes here. Okay, then from here again the shoot grows. Understood this one? That means this is, we can say this one as the what we can call it as that is actually the taro. Okay, taro means in Hindi you may call it as RB. Okay, RB, that one. Here side from it is spread on the ground, and from its body itself it grows, that separate portion grows, and then that portion if you cut, detach from the parent plant, then again it will grow into a new plant. Then again from that is so many, that means it is not only one, from this portion also it may arise like this. Okay, so that only combs. And the next one is bulb. Okay, what it is? Bulb. Here these are also the underground stem only. Okay, here the food is stored in it and it produces vertically, see, like say, I can say see, from down roots produces. Okay, bottom portion the root produces, and from the top portion the shoot produces. Okay, this is actually you can see in onion, or you can see in garlic. Okay, there this kind of propagation occurs. Okay, from this portion, this root only arising, and then this portion, from this the new plant comes out. Okay, again then each, then means this top portion, here the shoot. Okay, that means number of, then afterwards from this only together number of bulb produces. Okay, that new young ones produces from this. Okay, that is known as what? Bulb. Okay, now the next one is runners. What it is? Runners, or we can say stolen. Okay, runners, or what? Stolen. So here runners, mostly what happens here in this from the mother plant, if it is the soil. Okay, then here the mother plant grows from here. This is the mother plant, and mostly see in you can say in the in strawberry these kinds of growth only occurs. That means propagation occurs. Okay, this is the mother plant. Okay, then afterwards from this how it grows, this it here the root portion, right, and then this actually the shoot portion. Now from here itself the root horizontally grow. Horizontally the root grow, spread here on the ground, and from here again producing the small roots and a small bud they produce. Okay, the small bud produce. That bud afterwards now when they grow it will be along with the the mother plant, and if it is detached from this then it grows individually from another. Okay, till that it gets the food from the mother plant itself. Again from here again it spread the root like this. Then from this all these are the underground only. Okay, and underground it then again from here the root grows. These all are the stem only. Stem here running, that means from here to here, again from here to here, then again growing. So again the new plant arises from here. Okay, so this it is moving from horizontally along the ground. So they are the water runners. Okay, we can say as runners. You can see mostly in strawberry. This kind of propagation. Okay, and the next one is the from the leaf how it will be. See, that is actually by the leaf. The leaf how it is producing. See, this is you already learned in the small class also, the bryophyllum plant, right? The bryophyllum leaf, it is actually the bryophyllum leaf. Okay, here in the bryophyllum leaf, what is the quality? Here the edges, these are the margin, right? In the margin on the nodes here, okay, this place actually new buds develops. On each margin you can see the new buds. Okay, that each buds, if you that when this portion, this leaf, if it fall down on the ground from the parent plant, that time this leaf get the moisture as well as the soil. So this buds that time fix on the soil and produces the root separately. Okay, that means each nodes you can see this portion, right? Margins that buds producing. Okay, that will be afterwards grow into new plant. So means in from one leaf number of young ones can produces, right? So this only what from the leaf how the reproduction, vegetative propagation occurs. Okay, now the next one, from that time itself it will get the roots also down. Okay, the next propagation is the artificial. Up to this understood this naturally how the plants propagate, okay, vegetatively propagate. Now the artificial propagation, mostly see when we are doing the artificial propagation or artificially man-made things, right? Man-made, that is mostly for the commercial things. If we need the benefit, then we will do it. Then some that will get some advantages also, right? That I will explain. Now see, let's see the what are the different artificial methods. Now for this artificial methods, if we are saying the first one, it is cutting. This one we all are doing, right? Cutting. Cutting what it is actually from the, if it is the parent plant, right? Parent plant. Leaf. Again. Produces, right? This time see in between, this is the stem. The stem contains two portions. What are that? Node as well as internode. So the node and internode. So here the leafless portion. This portion, if it is swollen, and from that the leaf arises, right? But the portion without a leaf, that leafless portion is the internode, and this is the node. And this node portion, you can see small buds also along with the leaf. Okay, here. From that portion you have to cut. If it is from here, you see, then this portion you must cut. Or if it is from here, then that portion you must cut it. And then inserted in a earthen pot, okay, then that will be grow into a new plant, okay. When it get the proper soil, moisture, nutrients, then it grows into new plant. Otherwise it will, if there is no this portion, actually it should come down, okay. That means below the soil it should come. Then only that portion will grow into a new plant, okay. So that portion should come down. So from there the new plant grows. If it is not there, nodal portion, if you are not cutting, then it will dry. It will not grow, okay. So you may think that I cut the portion and I am daily giving the water and I am taking care, still it dried and it not grown into new plant. Then that is because of this reason only, okay. And this, you must see the maturity of the plant also. Then only it works, okay. Mostly this cutting we are doing with the rose plant, hibiscus plants, there with the cutting only, that stem cutting, by that you can grow, okay. And then the next one, it is, that is the next technique. What it is the grafting, okay. Grafting, second one. In grafting, what actually doing, in this method, two plants are there, okay. One, that means part of one plant inserted to the part of another plant. That means then they will fuse together and forming the new one. And that one, what it is doing, actually for getting the new varieties or the new delicious that is something else that is having the quality. If one plant is having one quality and another one is having the different quality, so if you want to get the both of them in one plant, then you can fuse with like this with the grafting, you may get it. See, for example, if even you can do with the hibiscus plants also, this one, okay. In that one plant, that means the whole mother plant producing some branches, one color flower, and the same plant but with another branch, another color of flower. How it is producing? That is actually by the grafting. But you must remember that it should be from the same family. Okay, families, species, now you don't know, you will study in the higher classes. The same species as species may be that different, but the family must be the same. Then only it grows. Okay, so here See what you are have to do. This is the one plant. This is the mother plant. Okay, you may see that from this portion. You may cut from this. Okay, this grows into root. This portion is going to be a root, so that we can say as a stalk. Okay, that portion is known as stalk. And then another portion, this is another plant. Okay, another plant stems. Here this portion you may have to cut like this, pointed. Okay, and that portion will be inserted here, so this become the shoot portion, and that is known as the scion. Okay, what it is? Scion. Now how you will insert this? You have to insert over here, just to see how it will be now. So this portion you inserted here, right? Inserted like this, then that grows in this way. Okay, so and afterwards what you have to do, tie this portion with a polythene. Okay, with a polythene. If you are tying with the polythene tightly, then leave it. Then afterwards you can because it should not fall down, right? This actually on the root only. Okay, now see what happens afterwards. When they grows, the portion you cannot identify. Okay, it grows like this only under the root, and this portion here grows simply. Okay, and grow into new, and that portion where you joined now, that portion little bit swollen you can see. Okay, because they afterwards you can remove this polythene also. Near about 2 weeks or 1 month, then you remove this polythene, no problem will be happened. Then whatever the new branches coming, it grows continuously, and it will gives the fruits as well as the flowers also it produces, and that will be grows continuously. When both this grafting, why we are doing for getting the new varieties. Okay, for that only doing this grafting. Understood grafting? Actually children, you can also try this grafting at your home. Okay, but your parents should allow you, then only. Simply don't waste the things, and if the plants are not growing properly, if you cut it, then they may get angry. So with their permission, you can first start with the small one, then you can do it. Okay, hibiscus plant mainly you may be having at your home, in that you try it, it will work out. Okay, and then afterwards, third one, that is layering. Layering you already studied in class 5th and 6th, right? There how this layering here from the parent plant. Okay, this is the parent plant. Okay, and the branch coming like this, the stem coming from this, then from that the leaves producing. Okay, here again like this the leaf produces, and from here also the leaf produces. Okay, this is actually you can mostly you can do this one in jasmine plant. Okay, jasmine, in that lily, in that you can do this kind of that means layering. For layering from the parent plant, you have to choose a branch, mostly with the lower branch or the older one, right? Take that one. Now this I am taking this branch. Okay, this branch I am taking, then I have, what you have to do, just bend little bit, don't break it, bend it slightly, then this, it is the ground. Okay, make a dig over here, and then you bring this under the soil, then top portion again it should be above. Okay, so coming like this, bend like this and coming. Okay, then after here the soil only, all these places soil only. So then put the soil over here, right? But you should not detach it now till it grows and become the new plant. Till that it gets the energy from the where? From the parent plant, right? So here that parent plant getting the energy and it produces the root. Then from here started to produce the leaf. Afterwards, if you want, you can cut from this, from here. So this will be removed and it will be detached from the parent plant. Again it will become the individual plant. If you not done it also, it may grow and become the individual, separately it will grow. Okay, that time it will do its own photosynthesis itself, getting its energy. It won't affect, depend on the mother plant. Okay, so this way layering, that means by this way keeping the, bending the old, that means the old branch from the parent plant under the soil and doing this is known as the layering. Okay, and the next one is tissue culture. Third one, it is the tissue culture. Tissue means what it is? The group of cells joined together and forming the tissues. The tissues having the capacity to grow into a new one. Okay. So here the human beings are also the our structural and functional unit, which one? Cells. So from each cell it grows into number of, that means it will multiply and number of cells divides and the new organism coming, right? The same way here in the plants also the tissues are collecting actually from the root and stem both. Okay, the leaf, the branch. Okay, from this that portion we are just simply take it this portion and then simply cut it into so few portion of the this plant will be getting. Okay, then afterwards collect this one and put it in a tray or there you have to keep these tissues. Then chemicals also you have to add over there. Okay, tissues as well as chemicals, so that it can grow. You are induced to grow the root and shoot both. Okay, both developing in this. Then what happens? The tissues grows. Then afterwards from that the with the chemicals only inducing them to grow, and then each from that the started to grow the plant. Okay, then each portion you have to again remove from there and insert it again on the soil and growing it, so that this is, it is under the that means supervision only doing this tissue culture. Okay, then it is growing and developing the new plant. Okay, so number of a few varieties of the plants can grow with this tissue culture. Okay, very advanced one only. And now see, when we are growing these artificial vegetative propagation, some purpose we are having, right? Why? Naturally, if we are waiting for them, it will take much time. Then those who are depending, that means the farmers, those who are there, they are not totally depend on the agriculture, right? So if naturally if they are waiting for this yielding, that means food yielding grains or food yielding plants, then wait for long time. That means immediately they can't get much production. And not only that, that depends also how it grows. Okay, according to the nutrients of the soil, then only it grows and giving the fruit. Now see, for getting the good yield, then artificially they started to grow, and so that within short time get the yield, so that they can get the economically we will be improved, right? Because of the short time getting the yield. And if it is, see, not only that, their size also depend, some quality also depend. So the size, the fruit of the size becoming big, and plant sometimes it may be small in size, within that means within normally if the plants are giving after 5 years the fruits, or the mango tree, if you see, sometimes you can see the mango tree when it grows high up, afterwards only it started to give the fruits, right, mango fruit. So till that you have to wait. But for this artificially if we are doing, within a short time you purchase this one plant from the nursery, then they are actually this tissue culture through also they are growing this in the nursery. Nursery means that is the place where the plants are keeping, okay, growing, and they from there you can purchase the new plants. Then afterwards within a time, within 1 or 2 years it grows big, not too much big, the size becomes short, but number of fruits you may get it. So because that kind of quality of tissues only they chosen for this, right, for this artificial vegetative propagation, that is there. And the second one is, it is what is another advantage, they are having the actually lower maintenance required, no need of much maintenance, because you are keeping them under vision only, supervision, and then taking care of the places also. So no insects or something, it is not coming and attacking it, okay. And that proper care you people are that means the farmers are giving, so that it will not affect with the pest also. And proper pesticides, insecticides, that also will be sprayed, right, so that it will not damage. Then with the lower maintenance itself, it grows and getting the early fruit, okay. That means whether it is a vegetable or it is the fruit, that will be getting early, and its size also will be big, as well as its weight also be more, so that they can get that means money from that when if we are selling it, that only by the vegetative propagation, okay. So number of fruits, number of plants we can grow with this whenever we want, but it should be sometimes some fruits they are growing according to the seasons. Understood this one, that vegetative propagation naturally as well as artificially how it grows, okay. And in the next class I will explain about the sexual reproduction in plants, how it happens, okay. Till that, read the chapter thoroughly. Thank you. Have a nice day.